Drop it.
No. No, I'm gonna pick it up, okay? Now, come on, talk to me. You know Joseph was so honest.
He was trying to get back with Leslie. I already got you. No need for me to be honest.
Hi, and welcome to our show. I am here with the fabulous Tasha Smith, and you might recognize her from Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married, or the hit new show For Better or Worse, and she is here live with us. Welcome.
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
And when we saw each other, we were just like,
hey,
how are you?
You look gorgeous.
Darling, you are fierce.
Thank you, darling.
Okay, stop. I just love you. Okay. So it's so much to talk about.
Yes.
So I know that you've been acting. You've been in all these amazing movies. You've been, right now you're on a hit show. How is that, working with, Tyler Perry?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Like, as a little girl, when you have a dream in your heart and then you live the dream that you had as a young girl, it's beyond a blessing. It's funny because I don't know if you know, I'm from Camden, New Jersey. And
I'm from the Bronx,
so
the
know,
East Coast.
You know what I
East
mean?
Coast, yes.
And Camden, New Jersey is a pretty... rough neighborhood, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of opportunity to have faith, I put it to you like that. Mm-hmm. And so being in this environment where I felt like all odds were against me, and to have this dream to be an actor, and to now realize that wasn't just a figment of my imagination, but God giving me a glimpse of my future, it is a wonderful, blessed thing that I'm doing what I'm doing now.
So you always knew you wanted to be an actor?
I always saw it.
Really?
Always saw it. Always saw it.
So are you a big visionary? Because I'm a visionary.
Absolutely.
Like, I see things and I believe like God gives us vision.
And
so it was there.
Yeah, and even when I really didn't know God, like even when I did not understand clearly what faith was, I saw this thing in my heart, and I'm always one that's willing to take risks. You follow what I'm saying?
I'm a risk taker
just
as well.
Just to see if God's gonna work this out. Like, let me just see. If I believe that this is something that God could possibly be speaking into my heart, I'm willing to take the risk.
Tell me about that transition from going from New Jersey. Did you go straight to LA?
When I turned 18, I actually also met a friend when I was about 16 years old named Tasha Campbell Martin, who at the time was Tisha Campbell. She was in a lot of movies, very famous at that time. She had already done a movie called School Days and Little Shop of Horrors and that whole thing.
Yes.
So when I met her, it was like, oh my goodness, I'm meeting Tasha Campbell, and we invited her to our house for dinner. Okay, we met at a party.
Oh, so you guys
invited her to our house for dinner, and we couldn't believe it when she said yes. I mean, mind you, we're in the ghetto, okay? And this movie star comes to our neighborhood. We meet at a party, and of course, I couldn't wait. I mean, I must have like rehearsed in the mirror 10 times how I would introduce myself to Tasha Campbell. As soon as she sat down to eat, a mouse ran over her foot.
Oh no! That's how you know you're in. Oh, that's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, out of all days, why did the mouse have to come out now?
What did she do?
She literally ate her food the rest of the time with her feet up. Like that. It was hilarious, but she was someone that I know God strategically used in my life. So by the time I turned 18, I went to California. Her and her mother, they were such a blessing to me. They helped me out so much, helped me with the transition and everything.
Did you have a plan B?
Well, no, I didn't have a plan B. And at the time, I mean, as I said, I didn't really even know God at the time. I mean, my life was so troublesome. I mean, I didn't even really believe in God, but I knew that I had this feeling and this impression in my heart and my mind that I grew later to feel like, man, that was God talking to me, in my life. But it was rough. I mean, I did a bunch of drugs. I stripped. I mean, I could give you the testimony of life, honey. I mean, I slept in my car. I washed up at the beach. I mean, it was not easy. For at least 7 years, it was extremely rough. But going back to Camden was not an option for me, because I felt like if I went back to Camden, I would die. I really did. I felt like I would either die or I would end up in jail. So I said, I'd rather shoot dice out here, you know what I mean?
Living in LA.
In LA, than to go back to Camden and try to figure out what I was going to do with my life, because I did not have a plan B. I was like the most likely to not succeed person.
Become that statistic.
Right. But people should not judge a thing before it's time. Because sometimes we look at people and we look at where they are in their life right then and there, and we think or we judge, look at them, they're going to end up messed up. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. Nothing good's going to happen. We shouldn't judge a thing before it's time. And maybe that's something for somebody that's watching.
I love that you're saying that, because to hear your story, right, because someone sees you and like you're fabulous. You're absolutely beautiful. You have this career, but to hear that you were a woman who was in the dark, that you were stripping and you were on drugs, and to be here today to talk about God's grace and saying it's possible, is speaking to a viewer right now who probably has that same dream and saying, wow, I'm good enough.
Yeah, and even they may also have children that may have that dream.
Absolutely.
But sometimes it's like we get judgmental, we get frustrated, we get fearful.
Now, you're an actor, but I don't know if most people, they might not know that you are also an acting coach.
Yes, I am.
And you have your program, T-Saw.
Yes.
Please let the viewers know about your program.
Well, T-Saw is a very special thing for me, because even coming into my acting, I never got a chance to go to like any major performing arts school. So I had a mentor as a young actor pursuing my acting career named Ivana Chubbuck, who taught me so much. Like I was in so much bondage as a young girl. I didn't know who I was. I didn't really know how to utilize my emotions. I had these emotions. I had these circumstances that I encountered in life, but I didn't know how to use it in order to create characters and develop scenes. And Ivana taught me compassion. She taught me how to have compassion for humanity, and how, because of the fact that I went through so much as a young girl, that should also give me an eye of compassion for every character that I may play, whether they're a drug addict, whether they're a woman that's not good to her husband all the time, Angela, you know what I mean? But to always have a level of compassion for them and to try to understand their journey and where they've come from. So she taught me a lot of wonderful tools and technique and how to apply it to acting, and it freed me up, not only as an actor to give me more confidence, but it made me free as a person. It helped me to identify with some of the truths inside of myself that I wasn't clear about. So after I got a hold of that,
and T-Saw came about.
I wanted to start teaching it to other people. First, Ivana had me teaching at the Ivana Chubbuck Studio, which I'm still a member of. But she said, you got to go out. There's another audience and there's another group of people that I don't feel like I could reach. So you need to go and you need to start your own school, and you need to empower people in the community that you're at. And that's how T-Saw came, Tasha Smith Actors Workshop. So we teach acting, we do workshops all across America. People can go to www.tsaw.com, and we're going to be opening up a new school in Los Angeles, and it's a blessing. I see so many lives change through T-Saw.
That is so amazing. Well, we have so much more to talk about, and you will catch that in the extended interview. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.